Welcome back to the next reptile and fish. You guys are doing great. Today we're gonna look at more reptiles. I found a new store that sells a lot of lizards. And let me tell you guys, they have some pretty cool lizards. Let's get into this video. And I forgot to mention also that they have some turtles and tortoises. Let me tell you, they're freaking pretty cool. They have some black Greek tortoise baby, black Greek tortoise yearling, albino red-haired spider, three-stripe mud turtle. They are freaking cool. Alrighty, y'all. Now we're getting into the good stuff. There's the Asian water dragon, butterfly agama, Cameron dwarf gecko. That is pretty cool. They have a cat gecko. I never saw that in my life, but that's pretty cool. And then they also have a Chahu gecko. If I'm not pronouncing it right, there's a crested gecko designer. There's a Cuban night owl. And there's a Eastern color lizard. That is pretty cool. Those two are crazy. They have also a fire skink. That is cool. A green eye gecko. Look at the eyes. That is crazy, yo. I never saw that. They have a green animal. They have a green basilic. That is freaking sick. Yo, it looks like a dragon almost. That is crazy. Or like a dinosaur. Wow. Look at this one. It's a green killy lizard. That is sick. And then there's an iron leopard gecko. There's a leatherback bearded dragon. And then a leopard gecko. Those pretty cool lizards, yo. Alright, yo. Look at this one. Joey Black Sector. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing right. It's crazy lizard. Then there's a monkey tail skink. There's a mountain dragon. There's a Rankins dragon. That is crazy. Alright. There's pink tongue skink. There's a yellow Sahara. I'm not too sure how to pronounce those. Even this one, that is pretty cool. Those two are crazy. And then there's a Savannah monitor. That's also. And then there's a super red dragon. That is freaking crazy. And then those are my favorite lizards. Yo, Veil chameleon. That is crazy, but look at it. Male or the female, or I mean the yellow. Okay, Veil chameleon. That is crazy. Look at this one, yo. And then there's a yellow Aki monitor. Also sick, yo. And there's also snakes, as you see. Not a big fan of snakes. I prefer frogs, lizards, and fish. That's pretty cool. More snakes. And then we have those stuff here. Not my favorites. But then we have the dark frogs. They are friggin' sick. And there's a green pot frog, and then there's a milk tree frog. Look at this. That is crazy. I never saw those ones. And then there's a mossy tree frog. There's a pixie frog. There's a smooth tree frog. Not too sure to pronounce the rest. There's a spinny worked tree frog. That is crazy also. Then there's those kinds of dark fogs. Really, that's a dark fog? That is crazy. And then there's another thing that I very like, hermit crabs. There's crabs, golden, gold eye top vampire crab. There's a rainbow vampire crab. And then there's a red devil fire crab. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments which one. There's some pretty cool lizards. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, like this video. Don't forget to turn on the bell and I'll see you guys back in the next video.